What's going on, guys? It's Nathan. If I seem a little tired, I'm sorry. It is midnight right now, and I had to watch three more films tonight. It was December 30th, and now it's December 31st. It is New Year's Eve, the day this is being uploaded, and I had to spend the previous day. Stupid key. I had to spend the previous day watching three other films before I really made this list, which was Call Me by Your Name, Mother, and Baby Driver. Yeah, I haven't seen Baby Driver until I just finished watching it. Can you? And only one of them made my top 10. Can you guess which one? Well, we'll get to that. But I am very excited. We're gonna go through these. These are not individual reviews of the film. I will be going more in depth to some films I missed, and there are other films on this list that I've already reviewed. So make sure you guys go check those out. You can find them on my channel, real easy, or just type in Nathan Rojas this movie, it'll pop up. So we're gonna go through the list and give my quick thoughts. So starting off at number 10, John Wick Chapter 2. Now this was a lot lower, and this whole list I had was very crabobbled, we'll say. And I was thinking back, and it's John Wick is awesome. It really is, and I think it's an instance where the sequel is better than the original. Honestly, it expands more on the world that we've already established, and we just get like a lot more cool action, and it's just really awesome, and it leaves you with an ending that you want to see where the story goes. So I think that is very commendable of the film, and Keanu Reeves is amazing in this role. It's probably my favorite role I've ever seen him in. Um, yep, I would agree with that. So definitely John Wick is amazing, but it just cracked my top 10. We're gonna move on to the next one, which is number 9, Split. Now, Split, I was already intrigued going in because it had James McAvoy. It was Shyamalan, who has been, fixing his course with The Visit, and I'm a big fan of Unbreakable, which didn't know the twist going in, but um, spoiler alert: Split is a sequel to Unbreakable, and it's the second in a trilogy. With Glass coming out in 2019. January. That is awesome. And Split was awesome. Even without knowing that, the whole film, I was locked in. I loved it. Everything that they were introducing, I believed the story. I didn't need to know it was in the same universe as Unbreakable to buy into it. I already did. I love McAvoy's performances. He did many. Awesome, stellar job. I'd say Shyamalan's back, and it blew me away, and that's why I own it on Blu-ray, just like John Wick Chapter 2. And now we'll hit number 7, It. Now, I actually was questioning this because I haven't seen it since opening night back in September, and I was thinking, is it really as good as I remember? Because, like, it would start to get, like, a lot more negative review after all the hype died down, and I was thinking, like, yeah, was it as amazing as I had it? Because I had it all the way up at number 3, originally, when it came out. But then it slowly went down more and more as I watched other films. Some I missed and had to wait for the Blu-ray. Others I saw right away in theaters. And I was thinking, did it really deserve? And yeah, I think it does, because I did recently just now watch a few clips from it as well as the finale, and I got the feel back, and I was like, oh, okay, this is why I put it on my top 10. Because all the kids do amazing. I think Skarsgård did a great job as Pennywise. And even though it wasn't really scary per se to me, I still found it creepy and unnerving at times, and it was a stellar job, and I think it's better than the original. It was really solid. I do enjoy it a lot, and I do think number 8 is a pretty good spot for it. But now we're gonna move on to number 7, which was War for the Planet of the Apes. Now, I just recently watched this. I got it for my birthday back in November, and I was like, dude, I was so upset that I missed it in theaters, because I saw Rise and Dawn in theaters as a double feature, and they had an Apes marathon of Rise, Dawn, and War. But the day it was coming out as a marathon, I had to go on a trip to Michigan, so I missed it, unfortunately. Hopefully, they'll re release it in time as a triple feature marathon. How cool would that be, man? I would love it. I would go. And War for Planet Apes definitely delivered. Like, right away in the first act, what happens, man? I had the tears, man. I was locked in with Caesar's character. Andy Serkis does such incredible performance. He really deserves an Oscar. He really does, and especially if for nothing else for War for Planet Apes. And I actually think War for Planet Apes is going to win Best Visual Effects at the Oscars this year. Like it has to, right? Like the apes have never looked more real. Oh my God, Weta does such an incredible job. Like more so than Industrial Light and Magic at times, which is baffling to say, but it's true. And the story definitely delivered, and I think it is properly placed on my list at, let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7, number 7. War for Planet Apes was amazing. So now we're at number 6. This was just at number 5 until tonight. And it's unfortunate that I had to bump it down because I love this film so much. And it is The Disaster Artist. The Disaster Artist is amazing because not only do I love films about making films, but I also had just previously watched The Room for the first time the day before going to see it, and I watched it, and then I watched it immediately again with a commentary track, not the official commentary track. It was movie crew I follow. Oh my God, I love The Room because of how hilarious it is, and I think The Disaster Artist benefits from you seeing The Room, and I think it actually adds more to The Room because The Disaster Artist actually had a lot of surprising heart. I thought it was just going to be funny because James Franco and his team, I love their films, but oh my God, I did not expect the heart and emotion by the end of it because I was like, I really feel for this man. Oh my God, this is awesome. And I know it just came out, but it seriously is probably up there as one of my favorite films I've ever seen. It was just that good. I was thoroughly impressed. What more can I say, man? The Disaster Artist is awesome, man. I really hope it does get the Oscar consideration that's buzzing around. Um, so that's cool. Now we're in the thick of it, the top 5. This is the top 5 of 2017. And this is tough that it's only at number 5, but it is Logan. Now, originally, like all year, all the way up until October, Logan was my number 1 film. Well, no, it was my number 2 film. And I thoroughly believe that. Because, Hugh Jackman does such a great performance. Daphne Keene's introduction, fantastic. Patrick Stewart did great. Freaking Stephen Merchant was awesome. They were all great in it. And it was a epic send-off to a beloved character that I have been following ever since freaking X-Men 3 when I first saw that in theaters. And just been grew up with the Wolverine character. It was a great send-off. Like, I've matured over time, and so has... And I think that filmmakers knew that. Like, people grew up with this character. They're ready for the rough stuff. And they definitely delivered, and it is such a great thing. I really hope Hugh Jackman gets nominated for Best Actor, and Patrick Stewart gets nominated for Best Supporting Actor, because they honestly do deserve it. And it is my second favorite... No, it is my favorite X-Men film. Yeah, for sure. Um, Number 4. I'm just gonna say it. Baby Driver. I just watched it, and hell yeah, man, it deserves to be at number 4. Because, and I know, like, a lot of people are gonna disagree with what I have after it, because it's like, how do you not bump it past that? You arrogant fanboy. There's a little hint, but seriously, let's just focus right here. Baby Driver, I'm going to do an official review. I will. But my God, from the music to the acting, to the music, to the story, to the music, to the cinematography, to the music, to the casting, to the music, to the editing, to the music. This film has it all. My favorite Edgar Wright film is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. After that, it's Shaun of the Dead. But give it time, Baby Driver might edge out to be my second favorite Edgar Wright film. It was that good. I was so intrigued the whole time, just watching, and I won't give any spoilers because there's quite a bit to have it. But when there's a film going on, and I'm thinking, wow, this is an interesting turn, at the halfway point, I'm really surprised. And then I look, and there's like less than 30 minutes of the film left, and that includes credits. Oh my God, like, it's almost over. No, I was like, no, keep going. I didn't want it to end. and I have to commend a film for that. So Baby Driver is at my number 4. Oh my god, Edgar Wright's amazing. Okay, top 3 of 2017. Here we go. I have at my number 3 Blade Runner 2049. Now, this film was it was the film that bumped out Logan from being my number 2. And interesting little fact is when I watched Blade Runner for the first time some years ago, I loved it, and it was the final cut. It was the director's cut version, but that's just the final cut version without digital remastering. So it's the same. Don't argue with me. It's the same film. But then I watched the final cut recently, and I was like, "There's some cool premises. I love the synth music. It's great. Harrison Ford's awesome, but other than that, there's not much to it. I wasn't very impressed rewatching Blade Runner with mature eyes, and then I saw Blade Runner 2049, and it not only blew me away and sucked me in, but it gave me a deeper appreciation for the original Blade Runner. So going in, I was like, I'm not a fan of Blade Runner. Walking out, I'm a fan of both Blade Runners. I love it. I just recently picked up a couple Blade Runner 2049 Funko Pops. Let's see if I can. Nah, you know what? Never mind. They're all cut back into all my other Funko Pops. I can't, but I would because I got Officer K and Joy. Merry Christmas to me. Seriously, Blade Runner 2049. I cannot wait to pick it up on Blu-ray and watch how beautiful that is. It deserved more attention for sure. It is probably one of the most underrated films of 2017 because it is a true masterpiece. Holy shit. Yeah, it's a masterpiece. Move on to number 2. This is where people are going to hate me because I chose this. Because I've already listed films like Logan, Baby Driver, War for Planet of the Apes. But my number 2 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Now don't kill me about that. It's just a personal thing. It's not you. Okay, the point is, number 2 is Spider-Man Homecoming for me because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man is a character I've grown up with, that I've seen many iterations of. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, now Tom Holland. And when he was introduced in Civil War, I was like right away, this is perfect. And I really hope that they can do it right with Spider-Man Homecoming, and just the way they took it, man. I've never felt so good watching a movie in theaters. You know, laughing with an audience, applauding. Oh, there was an oh moment. You know it. You know the one if you've seen the film. And oh my god, man, they knocked it out of the park. And it is my favorite superhero film of all time. Seriously, man. Spider-Man Homecoming deserves to be my number 2. And mine alone. Now, you know me. Maybe you know me, maybe you don't, but let's see, number 1. Now, this is a film. I can't make a joke out of it. It's impossible, right? What was last year's number 1 for me? Rogue One? Yeah? Okay, so number 1, definitely, without a doubt, Murder on the Orient Express. Now, Daisy Ridley did such a great... Okay, no. Murder on the Orient Express did not crack my top 10. As a matter of fact, on my list, it's at 12, 34, 50, 16. But, you know, with that joke. Star Wars The Last Jedi is my number 1. And interesting, I gotta say, because a lot of people hate this film. Like, half the audience are like, this isn't right. This isn't the formula. Which I appreciate that they went off formula, man. This seriously was such an interesting film. Because of the different directions they took, I was very surprised. It was pretty surreal, I must say. The different things, the unexpected twists, cats scratching at the door. Stop. Jeez. But they took a lot of different turns. I'm sorry. They took a lot of different turns. The fact that when I went to go make my own spoiler review, I had 14 separate points. At this point, it's probably more entertaining than me talking. Anyway, the fact that I had 14 separate spoiler points shows how much happens, and I will defend so many things in that film. I understand the criticisms with Canto Bight's Casino Planet. I get it. It didn't bother me, but I get it if you have issues with it. But other stuff, there's just I don't get it, man. I mean, maybe the Admiral Holdo stuff I can get, but other than that, no. The Leia scene, screw you guys. You guys are making it sound way more ridiculous than it is. It was beautiful. My whole audience clapped. This film had such a beautiful poetry to the Luke Skywalker character. It was wow. It was wow. And I've already seen it twice, both times in IMAX because it deserves that. I'm probably gonna catch it one more time in theater. I've catched every Star Wars film, the new ones in theaters at least 3 times. I got to see Force Awakens for a fourth time with a double feature for Last Jedi premiere, and I saw them in IMAX. I saw it second time in IMAX, and I'm probably gonna catch it really 3D because I want to see how 3D looks for Last Jedi. So I'm gonna be checking that out, and that is officially my top 10 favorite films of 2017. Now, there's plenty other on the list that some I've already covered, some I need to talk to. Like just looking at it, I had um and this film can still subject change. I just kind of structured my top 10, but if you look at my current list right now, I have 11 Thor Ragnarok, 12 Wonder Woman, 13 Get Out. I know Wonder Woman is very controversial. Just the films keep changing for me. Just okay. 13 Get Out, 14 Dunkirk, 15 Lego Batman movie, 16 Murder Orient Express, 17 Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I am blown away it is that far down. Um, 18 Mother, 19 Call Me by Your Name, 20 Alien Covenant, 21 Beauty and the Beast, 22 Kong Skull Island, 23 Justice League, which I still need to rewatch. It'll probably bump up a little more. Towards 24 we're at now. Kingsman: The Golden Circle. That was kind of a disappointment for me, honestly. Still found some good in it, but I was disappointed. 25 are we at? I don't know. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Tales, then King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, then The Mummy. Those are all the films I have seen this year in and out of theaters for 2017. And that's it, guys. I can't wait for 2018. We got Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Solo, Star Wars Story. What else? Aquaman, The Incredibles 2, other things. I'm, I'm tired. It's late, man. You really can't blame me. I'm touchscreening all this new laptop. It's great. So that's why I can get this out to you guys today because I got a fast rendering laptop now, thank God, and a really great mic working on the computer. I am very happy about that. So, from me to you, I don't know. um, that being said, guys, hope you have a great day. May the force be with you always. Thank you for 2 years on YouTube. Round 3, here we come, 2018. Let's do this.